transcending attitude.
It often does.
You know, because like we're kind of watching like an implosion in Pittsburgh with Le'Veon Bell, and with his is a bit more understandable. He wants to be paid. That makes perfect sense. But Antonio Brown has, between him and Big Ben, have just been headaches in that locker room. And we know Antonio Brown is a top 2 receiver in the league, bar none. But with his antics off the field and in the locker room, do you think that either makes a team because how well he plays on the field, or do you think it breaks a team also because how problematic he can be?
I mean, I think when you have them problems in the locker room like that, I mean, there's not a lot you can do to fix that, I don't think. I mean, it's hard. Like, once you have really, I don't know, just interjected that just sporadic behavior and whatnot, I think it's that takes the team morale down. Mm-hmm. I think it's really hard to come back from that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like you can kind of, like, just, like, exactly what's going on in Pittsburgh for right now. I mean, for so long you can get away with that talent, but, I mean, like Antonio Brown, like, he's not getting what he wants every week and whatnot, and that's finally wore down, and he's really putting forth his true colors in this team right now. I think it's hard to come back from that once it starts, because I think it's kind of like going down just a snowball effect. It just keeps going.
It's a slippery slope. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to, it's easy to get yourself in, harder to get out of.
Exactly.
I think I get what you're saying.
I mean, I think it's possible. You could probably come out of that, but okay.
I feel like he'll come out of it, as long as his talent is elite. It doesn't look like he's going to decline anytime soon. So, but once it runs out, I mean, you see it with, T.O., Chad Johnson. Once that talent runs out, they're going to be done with you. You're not going to get the pity roster addition that you might get, in your last few years if your attitude was good. Mm-hmm. So once he declines, it's a wrap. They're going to be like, oh, we don't need you no more, dog. Remember what you was? Yeah, get off the team, bro. There's going to be a whole lot of that in AB's future if he doesn't fix it, turn it around.
But what do you think about, like, the whole team? Like, when you really break it down to, do you think, like things like this will, eventually, like, is that going to break that team apart, break them down? I mean, because just like T.O. in Dallas, like, what did he accuse? He accused Witten and Romo of making plays behind his back. A situation where AB doesn't think he's getting the ball enough. How does that make Juju feel? What does he think about that? Hey, fuck this dude. He wants to take all the shine. Like, I'm good too. I got talent too. Or, anybody else on that field. I mean,
from a team aspect, it's too damaged to fix. They have to do AB. Yeah. From a team aspect, you can't come back from it because it was too many pieces, for lack of a better word, that's corrupting it. I mean, you have AB, obviously. You have Ben Roethlisberger. Not to mention, Mike Tomlin let it go on. There was several instances where he could have nipped it in the bud, and he let it go on.
It's been going on since the James Harrison thing.
Exactly.
Yep. I mean, that was really the kick-off to all this, I feel.
And I don't think Mike Tomlinson should be fired or anything, but I think he could have done a better job from a leadership aspect of calming AB down. But he created a monster in AB.
Yeah, because he went on record himself saying, the better you play, the more lenient he's going to be, And obviously, AB turned in a couple all-pro seasons, and, his leeway got, as wide as the damn field. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. So going back to kind of what you just said a minute ago about you don't think that Mike Tomlin should be fired, I don't think necessarily he should be fired at this point. But, I mean, at the same time, when you look at that, I mean, Mike Tomlin's the one that let this go on. He's let this get to this point. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to hold somebody accountable. What do you do if you're in the Steelers front office right now?
Clean house.
Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. But if you're going to clean house, okay, we're saying Ben gone. We're saying AB gone. We're saying Lev Bell gone.
Even before it gets to clean house, I mean, it looks like to me what they're doing is the process of elimination. So AB, we're gonna ship AB out. Ultimately, I guess they're gonna get rid of Le'Veon Bell. So those quote unquote cancers are out. Now let's see what we got. Okay, it's still problems. Big Ben out. Oh, it's so then the root of the problem is gonna lead back to Mike Tomlinson if that's in case the problem. So I just think they're going process of elimination. I think that looks like that's how it's going.
Pretty much to piggyback off what Randy was saying, basically they're just gonna do addition by subtraction.
Yeah.